to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America.
This week, almost every liberal I know suddenly really into Bad Bunny. I mean, people I've never heard say the words bad or bunny in their lives. Like, I can't wait for Bad Bunny. Oh, what's your favorite Bad Bunny song? I don't know, but I love him. I love Bad Bunny. Here's the thing on me. Did I know any of the songs Bad Bunny was singing? Absolutely not. Never heard even 1 second of one of them. Did I understand any of what he was singing? Yes, the word nunca. That was it.
I want to dissect some of the attacks against Bad Bunny's performance yesterday, because the fact that so many people are furious about a football game halftime show just doesn't make sense to me. The first complaint that I've seen is that Bad Bunny isn't American, but that's not true. Puerto Ricans are not only Americans, but we've had Super Bowl performances in the past by non-Americans like Rihanna, Coldplay, and The Weeknd, and they didn't see any of this backlash. Second claim, people are saying they don't like his politics, but Usher, Adam Levine, Justin Timberlake, they all headlined the Super Bowl too, all outspoken Democrats, and again, none of them got this type of backlash. Plus, his show wasn't even that political. Like, he didn't say anything about ICE like they were saying at the Grammys or anything like that. People think that a Puerto Rican guy who speaks Spanish is inherently political, but like, he's been making this music for a while. That's just, he can't change it. He's Puerto Rican. That's who he is, and Spanish music is what he makes. The third criticism was that they said this was too inappropriate for children, but honestly, this is one of the most tame Super Bowls I've seen in a while. Do you guys remember when J-Lo and Shakira performed? That was crazy. The fourth complaint was, of course, that it was all in Spanish, and Americans mostly speak English, so a lot of people couldn't understand what he was saying. But there are Spanish-speaking Americans, and they are just as American, even though they speak Spanish and English. I'm wondering if the people saying this have ever been to, like, a K-pop concert.
Yes, I think this is my last video on this topic. That is something very important. I just want to show you. I had to put this up twice, and YouTube brought down the video. When you take a look at this, his commentary leading up his artistic style, the fact the NFL told him to tone it down based on circulating report, the whole show was a political statement and jam. That is why there was issues. The show itself was sloppy. There were mere back-up dancers humping, crush, grabbing, and it was mostly Spanish rap. Ricky Martin, Commune, was the best. He sang with passion. You could feel it. Bad Bunny performance was a waste of time. That was just the important comment I saw under this video. And he's perfect.
I'm sorry, Piers, but to get up there and perform the whole show in Spanish is a middle finger to the rest of America. Who gives a damn that we have 40 million Spanish speakers in the United States? We have 310 million who don't speak a lick of Spanish. This is supposed to be a unifying event for the country, not for the Latinos, not for one small group, but for the country. We don't need a black national anthem. We don't need a Spanish-speaking, non-English performer, and we don't need an ICE or America hater featured as our primetime entertainment.
Okay, what is the national language, officially, the national language of the United States of America?
I mean, English. And there's been a push for many years to make it an official,
you don't have one.
Documented thing.
You don't have one.
If you would have let me finish my comment, I would have pointed that out, that people have been pushing to make it official.
Okay,
right,
so you're trying to make official.
This attitude that you have right here is why you in Great Britain have lost your culture. You ceded your culture to a bunch of radical Muslims, came in and took over, and now it's gone. We're not allowing that here. Whether it's Hispanic, whether it's Muslim, it's not happening in the United States of America. That's why President Trump was elected. And whether it's Bad Bunny, who is American but refuses to speak English in his performances, or anybody else, we have to keep the Super Bowl, which is a quintessential American event. Football, that kind of football, is ours. They call it American football. And the halftime show and everything around it needs to stay quintessentially American. Not Spanish, not anything other than good old-fashioned American apple pie. There should be a meatloaf, maybe some fried chicken, and an English-speaking performer. That's what the Super Bowl...
Yes, Morgan, we'll never stop this. You ask a question, allow somebody to answer. Allow them to speak. At some point, Megyn Kelly, she has right to put out the point for people who don't understand. Pierre, on the other hand, has his own mentality about the whole show. when I look at his tweet on X, he was contrary to what Trump put out. He was against Trump because he talked against Bad Bunny. That is insane, right?
Let me get a jump on this. That is the worst halftime show in the history of the Super Bowl. This guy has no talent. This guy can't sing. It didn't connect at all with the audience. What the hell were they thinking about? I mean, I thought Carlisle was great. Charlie was great. Even Green Day, even though I don't like them, at least they were good. This was unbelievable. I honestly thought it was a joke. And this guy won a Grammy? Guy has no talent. I mean, unless I'm losing it. I don't think I am. I mean, I've been a musician 60 years. I've seen all the greats from Sinatra to the Beatles. This was the worst choice you could possibly pick.
My point being, it seems like kind of a big deal considering that twice as many Puerto Ricans are in the United States as in Puerto Rico. So if the culture is so amazing, why are you coming here? And
I'd be remiss in not asking you, what'd you think of Bad Bunny? I know you didn't see all of it, but you saw some clips.
Like most people, I didn't understand any of it. I mean, I saw there's a lot of dancers and a lot of big to-do stuff. And
I think it was, and her major complaint was, you know, it was in Spanish, and I didn't understand any of it. Well, you know what? I'm sorry. Everybody was down with the Macarena when it came out, and they were all on the Carnival cruises. And I think what's so interesting to me is, you know, this country seems to be one of the only countries in the world that is so proud of being monolingual and not being able to communicate in more than one language.
They were doing on TV. There's no reason for that.
You know what's the most ironic thing?
What?
All these people hating on Bad Bunny are sitting there eating their tortilla chips con guacamole, their queso dip, their chili con carne, watching a Super Bowl going on in Santa Clara, California. No joda.
So how do you think I feel when people are laying out trying to get some sun? We'll be right back.
Yes, I felt ill yesterday. After reacting to these videos, I could not post them. There is something I noticed Libras can't cook. They can't even take it. The Turning Point USA halftime show was a success. The kind of videos I've seen on social media, if you notice, when something like this is happening, I will make sure to bring the video so you can see exactly what is happening. At some point, I had to laugh all through. I'm going to put out 4 videos so you can see exactly what is happening on social media. Taking a look at what we saw yesterday, at some point, I knew this would be coming. Libras can't take it. Some are saying, oh, this was a success. Some say that was a failure.
This is American capitalism at its best.
Yeah, it was purely American, the capitalism and the message. And
an inescapable sugarcane hedge maze. He had Lady Gaga. He had Ricky Martin. He had The Mandalorian. He threw a wedding. He held a Model UN. And he even had the time to make a Con Ed service stop. It was joyful.
Yeah, maybe try the best. Next time, so you don't mess up like this. A lot of criticism came in from different directions. Even some Libras criticized all what they saw. It is a fact. Let's accept it and move on.
You didn't have to understand or speak Spanish to feel the joy and to feel the unity and the message of inclusivity that was there.
Yeah.
Super Bowl is Sunday. This is how divided this country is. Unbelievable. We can't even have a halftime show we agree on.
I say...
What?
The Super Bowl needs to figure out the halftime show.
I thought he was just trying to show that he was a little muscular. I thought it was supposed to be like this little look of like Superman.
And the critics did not like it. You know, they thought it was cornball. They liked Bad Bunny.
Back to what you started with, which is, you know, these pronouncements from celebrities who
I've heard in a while.
Yeah.
And I'm on it. You were releasing it. Why did you not redact?
Might be the most depressed person in America. I mean,
I'm going to say eyes out.
Gervais once told the award show crowd, "Don't use it as a platform to make a political speech. You're in no position to lecture the public about people."
A person's home, it's very easy to understand.
When I look at that video, I don't see both sides in a dogmatic.
The Golden Globe for Best Editing goes to the Justice Department.
This is for her. This is for the people in the United States who are terrorized and scared today.
Yes. Of course, this is for the mother.
Babies are upstairs watching. Y'all better be up them damn phones and watching me.
Them. Thank you, everyone. I'm a little in shock.
In which the president had made no comment.
When people ought to have.
Yeah.
Absolute horror.
Hi, Mel Gibson. I'm in Italy. There is a quota system.
This is my 6th and last year hosting the Grammys. Song of the Year. Congratulations, Billie Eilish.
And we are a community here today that what we're doing, and we're only going to be able to get any shit done.
I came here for the halftime show.